Yeah, in the last class we have been discussing about the current quality improvement by using about the passive filters. Not very in-depth discussion we had. We just have I've given just an introduction like how the passive filter is used to attenuate the harmonics, and the disadvantages or the limitations also have been mentioned about the passive filters. And basically, the if you see over here, this is about the passive filter. Okay, because of the change of the parameters, especially in the capacitance and the inductance over a time, there is a change of the values of L and C, and because of change of the parameters of the inductance and the capacitance, it is detuned to other frequency components. Because of that, it may not be useful to alternate whatever the frequency which it has been designed also. Okay, yeah, in order to, yeah, this kind of a filter is possible to eliminate the selective harmonic elimination, selective frequency component. Okay, if this has been designed for the fifth harmonic, if the load is having around, again there is any seventh harmonic is there, in that case we need to again design a seventh harmonic a passive filter. Okay, we need to design a seventh harmonic a passive filter. See, it is like based upon the requirement of the load, based upon the, if the load is required of fifth and load is required of maybe seventh, in that case we need to design a filter. It's about the passive filter which we need to design. Maybe this is initially the fifth, and then this will be designed for a seventh harmonic. Maybe over a time the load which has been connected is not required the fifth harmonic uh, current also. In that case, this keeping in the line, this one, it is not at all required also. But still, this capacitor alone can be used for a reactive power support, can be used as a reactive power support. Okay, but it may not be used it as a passive filter, but this can be used as a seventh harmonic filter. Suppose if the load has been required again requirement is 11th harmonic, then again we need to design for a 11th harmonic kind of a passive filter. And because of the aging effect of the capacitance and the inductance, even like the system, whatever the load which has been connected over here, also over a time the load itself has its own kind of an aging effect. In that case, maybe detuned to other frequency components. Okay, that influence either the change of the passive filter elements or the change of the load harmonics. Also, the behavior of the passive filter may not be satisfactory. That may yield to a resonance phenomena, maybe the series resonance or the parallel resonance, or it is detuned to other frequency components also. And for based upon the requirement of the load, again we need to design the passive filter uh, for every harmonic current. In that case, the shunt active power filter, this is a shunt active power filter, can be called it as a D-STATCOM. It can be used to uh, supply the reactive current, supply the reactive power, supply the reactive power, as well as the harmonic current, IH harmonic current, as well as unbalanced components of the currents, unbalanced components of the currents. These are the requirements. It can be fulfilled by only one of the device, only one device. As in the passive filters, we need to design for every harmonic, but this is the device of shunt active power filter or the distribution static compensator, can be used for the reactive power compensation as well as the harmonic current as well as unbalanced currents. This device, this as I discussed, like the STATCOM functionality and the DSTATCOM is very much differ. It has see, this particular STATCOM is used to regulate the power, or it can be used for this particular purposes in the transmission network. But whereas this DSTATCOM is used to supply the harmonic current as well as the reactive power as well as the harmonic current. Why these are the requirements which the shunt active power filter is going to operate? Because as our requirement is uh, at this particular point, I mean, if I see this one, this is a load, this is a source, right? Yeah. The requirement is the current which is delivered by the source should be a sinusoidal and should be in phase with respect to the terminal voltage or a PCC voltage. That is our requirement. That is our requirement. So in order to fulfill this requirement of the source current to be a sinusoidal, and to be in phase, and when in case of a three-phase system, when you take a three-phase system, we expect that three currents, the three source currents to be balanced. Okay, that is the thing which are being required to improve the current quality. In that case, we are going to, instead of going to have this kind of the combination, we are going to use an active power filter, an active power filter, active power filter, or a DSTATCOM Okay, this DSTATCOM, it is supported basically the DSTATCOM, which is used as a maybe the voltage source converter or a current source converter. Okay, generally as I was mentioned about the current source converter control is a little bit difficulty rather than going to the, I mean, going to the VSC is much more easier to control the converter. And in this, the voltage source converter, as in the DVR, the voltage source converter is supported by the battery, but in this case of the DSTATCOM, we require to support the reactive power. For that, anyway, we didn't require to have any kind of a power source also, and the harmonics anyway. It is um, it is a it have the real component current, but the real component current has the reactive power component of the current. But one of the thing which is in dealing with respect to these currents, the reactive current and then the harmonic current and the unbalanced current, in that case, the source, whichever it is connected over here, the source or the terminal voltage VT is at a healthy condition, healthy condition, uh, especially with respect to the power at this point of a PCC bus. The point here it is the source is having an abundant power. Okay, there is no power shortage. Earlier in the case of a DVR, the source is itself is in a weak condition in terms of delivering the power to the load. Okay, so in that case, we can use a capacitor instead of a battery, or instead of a standby connection. We can take a battery over here. Okay, we can take a capacitor. Capacitor supported capacitor supported uh, capacitor supported voltage source converter. Okay, Yeah. These are all the capacitor supported by, because the source is itself is having an abundant power. Okay. One thing, especially whenever you have been going for a voltage source converter, when you are going for a voltage source converter, this particular converter, basically an inverter, the voltage source converter, the power rating, how does the power rating of this particular converter? This power converter or the D-STATCOM is all dependent uh, on the on the load which it has been connected. Maybe generally, see, uh, this particular the D-STATCOM which it has been designed is based upon the fundamental reactive power requirement by the load by the load. They goes the rating of the 50 percentage to the 70 percentage of uh, uh, the reactive power requirement. They goes around 50 to 70 percentage. We can go for 100 percentage, but generally what we are expect that the load which has been connected to a point of common coupling, generally we will try to make sure that it takes about the real power only. Takes about the real power. Okay. But most of the loads, especially the pumping loads, the induction motor, whatever it is may be, those induction motors, it requires a reactive power. Keeping in that mind, the D-STATCOM, they design for the 50 percentage of the overall load the source can supply. Okay, overall the source can, whatever the source can supply over here, the source current, they go for a design of 50 percentage to 70 percentage between that. Okay. Yeah. Even like whenever you say about the inverter kind of a inverter fed induction motor, something like this, in that case also the inverter is designed based upon this particular the power rating. Maybe hardly like the 110 percentage of the power induction motor rating, they can go for a design of the inverter. Okay. Yeah. In the last class, we have seen like some of the topologies, especially. Yeah. Here they have given over here it is a 2-wire. I'll just give about some of the topologies of a D-STATCOM. Okay. This is for a single phase system, which they mention about the 2-wire D-STATCOM. Okay, they have given about the CSE bridge with inductive energy storage and the VSE bridge with capacitive DC bus energy storage elements. Yeah, these about the 2-wire D-STATCOM with a VSE. Okay. I mean, this is an inverter only. We can see that this is an inverter which is of a full bridge kind of an inverter. Basically, this element which is of LR, which used to smooth the current which is injected by the D-STATCOM. Maybe here the filter, maybe the current, I mean here the current which is flowing out of the voltage source converter, I'll be calling it as the filter current IF or a D-STATCOM current also. Here in this particular case of a 2-wire D-STATCOM, this is a single phase system. This entire this thing which is of a single wire system. In this case, the filter current, it can supply the reactive component of the current. It supplies the reactive component of the the current plus the harmonic component. Okay. See, in order to sense these kind of, this currents to be injected, that maybe we can say this is IF star. This current need to be derived. This current need to be derived. The way which in the DVR we derived the how much the voltage, what is the reference kind of the voltage to be injected by the DVR. In the similar process, in the similar way, the D-STATCOM also, it requires to generate the reference filter current. Okay. I mean, in a single phase system, it is very obvious. We can very well measure it, able to uh, derive this particular filter component of the current. Okay, I'll try to give about the explanation in the next coming classes, the how this filter current will be derived also. Okay, as for now, I just give about the topologies. How does it look? It is a two-wire D-STATCOM with a VSC. The purpose of this LR, the inductor, the filter component current inductance, is used to smooth uh, the filter current or the D-STATCOM current. This CR especially, the CR is used to eliminate the switching frequency components which is presented in the this particular at this particular voltage. If there is any switching frequency components voltage in voltages, that is going to filter out this way. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next is in a three-phase, three-wire system, we have a non-isolated voltage source converter and the isolated voltage source converter. In non-isolated VSC, especially this particular topology, which is of a non-isolated this particular topology, which is of a non-isolated, because there is no isolation between this particular the VSK and this particular current particular point. If there is a use of any kind of a transformer, okay, then this can be called it as an isolated VSC. This is a topology which is related to a three-leg voltage source converter based three-phase, three-wire D-STATCOM. Okay, three-phase, three-wire D-STATCOM. In a single-phase system where we have been seeing that this particular CF, which has been used to filter out the harmonics, switching frequency components, because the current which is injected by the D-STATCOM, the filter current, there will be, apart from the reactive component of the current, apart from the harmonics, there is a ISW components also, the switching frequency currents also will be there. Because the inverter which is there, this particular inverter, which is operated at a kilohertz of a 3 kilohertz, maybe a 2 to 3 kilohertz or 2 to 5 kilohertz frequency, the switch will be operated. Then obviously there will be a switching frequency components of a currents that will be alternating this particular voltage in order to flow in this direction, that is of ISW frequency components. It is to go to flow this way because of the CR. Okay. Even this particular combination here, instead of this particular RFCF also the same thing. But instead of connecting over here, connecting at this leg, it is very well an appropriate solution to eliminate the switching frequency component rather than connecting over at this particular point. Okay. This is about a three-leg VSC based three-phase, three-wire system. Okay. In this case, especially in a load point, they mentioned about a three-phase, four-wire, a balanced and unbalanced, the load side. With respect to, see, I'm just saying about, with respect to source side, there is no neutral over here. With respect to load side, there is a neutral over here. Okay, there is a neutral current over here, but as such, like this kind of the topology will not be going to work out over here also. Maybe don't think about this particular point about the three-phase four-wire balance, unbalanced load and balanced load. Okay. Yeah, maybe a four-wire may not be the correct here. The three-phase, three-wire balanced load and unbalanced load also. Because there is no such a path over here flowing again, this particular ground connection won't be there also. Without that, we cannot able to say about a three-phase four-wire system also. Okay. Yeah, this about the topology, three-phase, three-leg BSC based three-phase three-wire system. This is a topology which is an H-bridge VSC and midpoint capacitor bands, capacitor based three-phase three-wire district, three-phase three-wire district. Here, one of the phase, it is here when you see look into this, both are the same only. The A phase is going to connect to this, and then the B phase. Okay. Here, the A phase is there, and then the B phase. Either this particular C phase, there is no switch over here. There is no leg over here. It has been connected to the midpoint of the capacitors, midpoint of the two capacitors. Okay. This current, whatever it is there here, it is automatically controlled. It is automatically controlled over here. But this topology, especially this topology, is suitable for a balanced loads. Is suitable for a balanced load. This three phase three wire. Okay. And also this unbalanced, you can just make it out straight out. Because what why I was telling was, if the see in this case, if you have a unbalanced component of the currents, what has happened was you have a circulating currents in this particular phase of filter current of IFA and IFB and IFC. See, one thing is here, the source currents, by using the D STATCOM, we are making the source current to be a sinusoidal and then the balanced currents. If you take about the unbalanced component current, we have seen like in a three-wire system, in a three-phase, three wires, we have taken it as one of the problem which I have given you, this kind of a problem. Okay. These kind of the problem which I have given, the unbalanced loads which has been connected in the phase A and phase B and phase C. In that case, what happened was there is you have been observed that in this particular phase of A and phase of B and phase of B, there is a circulating currents in the case of the unbalanced component current. Here, what happened was, but the requirement of these are the currents which have been flowing in the case of the unbalanced load. Let's assume that there is an unbalanced component of the currents. Now, what happened? The circulating currents, do you think that this is going to flow in this way? But there is no currents, circulating currents is not going to flow this way. What is going to happen was, the D STATCOM, whichever it is connected, we are going to make this particular currents of ISA, ISB and ISC are balanced. In that case, the circulating currents, maybe it is going to flow the B phase, this to this, maybe to this also. Okay, instead of flowing to this, it is going to flow through this particular phase also. It is just, see, the way which we have been, this particular filter currents, we need to develop a theory in order to develop the circulating currents to flow in this direction, Okay. The point which I want to say is, when there is a circulating currents in the case of the unbalanced loads, what happened was, if there is any kind of unbalanced component of the current. See, the unbalanced component of the current may be going to flow in the C phase, In that case, the capacitors which has been connected over here is going to have unequal voltages. Especially, maybe you have been studied about the different types of the topologies of the multi-line emitter, especially the neutral clamp topology. One of the problem with the neutral clamped or a midpoint capacitor topology, there is unequal voltages. These unequal voltages in the capacitor, which is going to majorly, when there is a DC offset current is going to flow, or when there is an unbalanced component of the current, when there is a unbalanced current. I mean, you can observe it also. I mean, anything like a DC current, if you allow this, but topology, you've been seeing that there is an unbalanced current flow. So that was the explanation which I have given here. It is an HPVSC and midpoint capacitor based three-phase three-wire system cannot be used for the unbalanced load because of this particular unequal, because of the unbalance voltage issues. Okay, but this is and this particular voltage which has been charged to more than the voltage which is stored in this particular VDC. The requirement of the capacitance itself, we can see that this CDC, then obviously the voltage should be much more higher also. Yeah. Next, this is a topology which is reference to the an isolated, a 3 single phase VSC based 3-phase 3-wire D-STATCOM. Here we have been using this isolation between the power side and then the inverter side also. Here there is an isolation. Okay, if there is any kind of the fault which has been going to occur on the other side, that we have an isolation, so that like we can able to protect the switches. Okay. Yeah. But only thing is, the number of switches over here, it is almost all double what the topology which we have seen in the 3-leg VSC based 3-phase 3-wire D-STATCOM. Okay, in this topology, it is more also. And then the transformer is also unnecessarily there is a power loss will be there on the transformer side also, because the filter current which is going to flow, the filter current is having the reactive component current as well as the harmonics. Okay. Next is a 3-phase 3. This is especially this is an isolated 3-leg VSC based 3-wire D-STATCOM is about a delta star connection of the transformer also. Okay, especially this particular point, which is of a delta star connected transformer only. Okay, this kind of a topology also can be used in order to have the isolation between the AC side and the DC side also of the D-STATCOM. It is about an isolated H-pitch, the same thing like instead of the 3-leg, which we can make out an isolated H-pitch VSC based and midpoint capacitor based D-STATCOM. Okay, yeah, there is especially we have in a 3-phase 4-wire D-STATCOM, we have a non-isolated VSC. And earlier we have seen about a 3-phase 3-wire D-STATCOM. This is about the 3-phase 4-wire D-STATCOM. This about a non-isolated VSC which have the 4-leg, and whereas 3-leg VSC is split capacitor. Actually, how does it looks like? In the 4-leg, especially this particular diagram. I'll just give about here how does the 4-leg looks like. I don't know whether the diagram will be there or not. If it is there, then there is no issue. Yeah. Yeah, it is there. Yeah. Then here we have a 3-phase and the 4-way system. We have one leg which is connected to this this particular point, which is connected to the neutral. One of the this is the common. This is a common circuit. The common entire thing which is there is of a discharge. Only the other leg, if there is a neutral current which is going to flow this way, what we are doing was we are providing, instead of, if there is no neutral, if there is no this particular leg, what is going to happen was the current which is going to flow this path, and the source current of ISA and ISB and ISC are going to unbalance. We'll try to see this kind of the topologies for a 3-phase 4-wire D-STATCOM or a 3-phase 4-wire system in the next coming class. And also we are going to see about one of the control technique also. I'm not going to discuss about how does those see in deriving this IF filter currents, IFB and IFB and IFC, there are the different theories which have been available in the literature. I mean, now in this, if you see over here, yeah, these are the different types of the controllers which are being there. These are all the time-based control algorithms. These are all the next part which is there, which is are the frequency domain algorithms. But generally, all the control algorithms are going to generate the filter currents, IFP, IFP, and IFC star. See, one I would like to explain was, I'm going to explain about this particular, the instantaneous reactive component theory, but in the instantaneous reactive power theory also, there are the different kind of theories which has been evolved. Okay. I'm going to explain about this theory. If you try to understand this, the rest of all, it is not much difficulty in understanding those theories also. Okay. Yeah, there is a lecture as I mean, you are all aware of that lecture, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please try to join that lecture.
Yes, sir.